Okay, so today's declutter video is going to be eyeshadow bases, brow products, and cream color eye products. Again, only keeping what we really love. Goal is to get rid of half of it. And that's a pretty loose goal because we're saying half, but a lot of times we're getting rid of more. Sometimes we're getting rid of like a little bit less than that, but usually we're hitting it right on the money. So, first things first, my Anastasia brow pomade. Dip Brow Pomade in Blonde. This is actually way too late for me now. This was from when I was a blonde, and I'm not anymore, and it'll definitely dry out by the time that I am. I don't know when I'm planning to be a blonde, so I'm actually going to get rid of that, pass it along, see if somebody can use it. This is an e.l.f. cream eyeshadow. It's dried out. I'm going to toss this one. This is the Nyx White Eyeshadow Base, and I like this, so I'm actually going to keep this. Charmy eyeshadow stick. Look at this. It's like a silver. Oh, that's so pretty. I like that. I'm going to keep that. The Laura Mercier Caviar Stick and Sapphire. You guys know how much I love these. I just talked about them in my rediscovered favorites, so I'm definitely going to keep that. I'm going to get rid of this Clinique High Instant Lift highlight because I have a couple different ones that I like better than that. And I am actually going to get rid of most of these NYX pencils. I'm going to pass them along and see if anybody could use them. So let's pick out a few shades that we like. Okay, so this one, the cap is split, so I'm going to throw that away. It's just a silver. And then all these colors I am going to just donate over here. And then these kind of like bronzy shades I'm going to swatch quick and see which ones I want to keep. I'm going to keep it because these are really good eyeshadow bases. My Mally, these are the long-lasting eyeshadow sticks, and they are amazing. That's a lot like one of the colors I have, but these last all day. Unlike the NYX ones, those will crease if you don't put a powder shadow on top of them, so I'm definitely going to keep all of these. And then I'm also going to get rid of this NYX pencil I just found as well. And a lot of these pencils I want to just get rid of. I don't use them ever. This one I'm going to toss. It's super old. Look at that though. Look at that. Do you see how cool that color is? Alright. Well, I guess I'm going to keep it. That's too cool of a color. These have never been opened. I'm actually going to keep both of these. This is a Makeup Forever one. Oh my gosh. Oh, there it is. Okay. It looked like it was going to be really dried out, but it's a pretty, like, bright teal, so I'm going to keep that. It's the Aqua Shadow. And then I have another Caviar Stick from Laura Mercier in Rose Gold. You guys, this color is so beautiful. Do you see that? Oh my gosh, it's so good. So definitely going to keep that one. I have this Shadow Eyes from Tarte, which I'm going to keep. Alright, I'm going to toss this. It's never been opened. It is the Idolize, I think, by Wet n Wild. I'm actually going to throw this one away. This is by Glamstick. It's not good anymore. This is another one of the Maybelline Cooling Shadows. It's all dried out. Wow, those didn't last at all. I haven't had those very long. I'm going to throw out this one from Hard Candy. I've never really used it. There's really no use in keeping it. This NYX Cream Shadow. It's a water-resistant one, and the shade is in Frost Beige. Let's take a look at it. Ew, no, all dried out. This Clinique one's going in the trash. I used this like so long ago, and it's really pretty, but I don't use it anymore, and it's really dry. Really dry. This Laura Mercier eyeshadow base is awesome. It is a brightening eyeshadow base, so I'm definitely going to keep that. My e.l.f. Smudge Pots, oh, they are all dry. I'm going to toss this whole line. This is another one of the Clinique sticks I'm going to toss. Again, it's really dried out. I've had that for quite a while. The Milani Shadow Eyes. This looks pretty. Ooh, I'm going to keep that one. Here's another couple of NYX pencils that I'm going to go ahead and toss. I did not like this color from Idolize by Wet n Wild. I wasn't just a big fan of these pencils. This Glam Chic one I'm going to throw away. Again, that was one that I bought and it just dried out like instantly. This is the Rimmel Scandaleyes. It's actually a really pretty purple color, so I'm going to keep that one. And then this is my Jane Cosmetics Eye Primer. It's really greasy, and it kind of came like that, so I don't really like it, but I'm going to pass it along and just see if anybody else would like it. I love my Gorgeous Cosmetics eyeshadow base, so I'm definitely going to keep that. These Tame and Frames, how many do I have here? One's in chocolate and one's in brunette. And because I'm a brunette, I'm going to keep both of these right now. But, namely, these brow gels. I just don't use these. So I'm going to keep espresso. I don't want to keep black. Espresso and brunette. I'm going to keep these two brow gels, and I'm going to get rid of these three, see if my sisters will like them. I'm definitely going to keep my Anastasia brow gel and my Gorgeous Cosmetics brow gel. I love both of those a lot. My City Color Eyebrow Compact, I don't use, so I'm going to get rid of that. Let's test out these Jane eyeshadows, because I really like these, but they might be dried out. Yep, they are. They're all dried out. And here are my NYX Micro Pencils, and I'm going to keep Espresso and Taupe, and I'm going to get rid of, I have two black ones and then a blonde one. This City Color Eyeshadow Primer, I didn't really like that much, so I'm going to toss that. These MARC Cream Shadows, my guess is they're probably dried out. Yep, they are. So I'm going to toss both of these. Here's another Rimmel Scandaleyes. Oh, this one's dried out. I'm going to toss that. Benefit Lemonade. I really like this primer. I haven't opened it in a while. That's not dried out. I'm going to keep that. This is another one of the Starlooks Cream Shadows in Milky Way. I think this one is like super pretty. Yeah. And this one's like relatively new and it's not dried out. Look how pretty that is. Can you see that color? It's such a pretty like frosty color. So I'm definitely going to keep that. These e.l.f. Creaseless Cream Shadows I just didn't use. I used the whatchamacallit ones instead, and they're all dried out. I can't even get a swatch off for that one. This is the Rimmel Scandaleyes eyeshadow paint, and I can't actually, in pink, but it's this awesome frosty color right at the bottom, so I really like that. I'm going to keep that. Lean Definer Brow, definitely keeping. I love that thing so much. This is another one of the Rimmel Scandaleyes, which I have too many colors like that in high-end sticks and the Milani one, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Here's another Mally color stick in Angel Shimmer. Ooh, this is like a really, oh, it's so pretty. I'm so excited to use these again. I'm going to keep that one. My MAC Bear City paint pot is still good. It's not dried out, so I'm going to keep that guy. Yeah, it still is good. And it's like really, it's thick, but it really works and helps your eyeshadow last longer. So I'm going to keep that. This e.l.f. brow pencil is way too dark for me, so I'm going to get rid of that. This Wet n Wild eye primer was not a big fan of, so I'm going to toss that as well. Jessie's Girl eyeshadow primer, not very good. My Too Faced Shadow Insurance is actually all dried out. When you squeeze it out, like, nothing comes out. There's not very much left in it, so I'm going to toss that one. I'm going to keep both these eyeshadow curlers because you never know when you're going to need an eyeshadow curler. This brow pen by Anastasia, I love. It does have product. I'm going to keep this. My MAC Spiked brow pencil, definitely keeping that. Same with my Benefit Instant Brow. I love that stuff. I like really underestimated how long this is going to take, like how many products I have, because there's so many products, but it doesn't look like much because they're all little, but it's a lot of different stuff. This is the black Tame and Frame. I'm going to get rid of that because I can't use that one. These e.l.f. eyebrow kits, I am going to pass along because I don't really use them anymore. I really like this Laura Mercier brow pot, and it's not dried out, so I can definitely still use that. This is in the shade Soft Brown Definer, so I'm going to keep that. I have these e.l.f. long wearing eyeshadows. They're a little bit weird in texture, but they're really pretty and they kind of look like glitter. And this color is, oh, it doesn't have it on here, but I like it. It's like a really glittery black. And then this one is the same thing, but it's like a silver. And I really like both of these, so I'm going to keep these. This silver one is almost dried out, but it's not quite there yet, so I think I can still get some more use out of it. Rimmel Scandaleyes Eye Paint again. Let's see. This is still pretty, and it's not dried out. It's a really pretty cream shadow, so I'll keep that one. I'm going to get rid of this City Color Eyeshadow Base. This is a Trace Mini Shadow Crayon. I really like this. I just got this in an Ipsy bag a couple months ago, and I'm going to throw away this e.l.f. Tame and Treat. It's not very good, and it's all dried out. I've had it for a long time. Steel Foiled Eyeshadow, I'm definitely going to keep that. And then this is the NYX Eyeshadow Base. Oh, it's, what? It's black. I'm going to keep that. I don't have anything like that, so I'm definitely going to keep that one. NYX Eyeshadow Base is like skin tone color, and I like it, and it looks to be pretty good still, so I'm going to keep that. And then this is my Inglot like eyeshadow sealer for liner and things, so I'm going to keep that as well. So I don't want you guys to think too that I'm just like throwing everything away, but if it's unusable and it's all dried out, I can't keep it because it's not good. It's not a good product, and I don't want to donate something like that or give it to my sisters. So these Smudge Pots, never use them, and I'm going to put them over here. My sisters can check those out. So this is the Makeup Forever. I've had the longest, the Aqua Cream in 15, and I'm going to toss that because it's all dried out. And then this one's kind of the second longest, but this is actually still really good. So I'm going to keep this Makeup Forever one. This Aqua one is still really good and creamy. And then, let's see, this purple one. Yeah, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. This Color Molten eyeshadow has never been opened, so I'm going to pass that along. These Jane Cosmetics tubes are like literally all dried out. This Jordana like metallic-y cream shadow type thing, I don't really like, so I'm going to toss it. These are just really old Tarte products that I've never used, but I'm going to toss them. I'm not going to pass them along because they are just too old, and I did use them quite a bit in the past. I love my Double Wear Stay in Place Ivory Lace Estee Lauder cream shadow, so I'm going to keep that. This Flower Beauty is so interesting. It's like a cream, but it was whipped, and now it's not really as much anymore. I'm still going to keep this. It's a little bit of a different texture, but I still think this is a cool product. So I want to keep that. It's in like a white shade, and then I have this shade too, which is like my favorite. It's so, so neat and different. So I'm going to keep both these Flower Beauty products. Now let's go through these Illamasqua cream shadows because I do not need all of these. You know what? I really like these formulas, and I think that because a lot of these cream shadows are going to be dried out, I'm going to use those a little bit more, so I want to just try to use them. This Makeup Forever one is all dried out. I'm going to toss that. This Origins Perkle Ginseng Eye Cream, one of my favorites. Love it. Definitely keeping that. This NYX tube, if you can see, it's all dried out, so I'm going to toss that. And this Gemma Kid is super old. I also found another couple Jane ones in here that I'm going to toss out. These are the Eye Definitions Glitter Eyeshadow from Hard Candy. I don't think I've ever used this. It's pretty though. I wonder how well it works. I'm going to keep both these because they're relatively new. Then I have this Jordana. It's really, I used it a couple of times, but it's really like chunky and glittery. So I'm just going to toss this. I use it enough that I don't feel like I should pass that along. This is the Stay All Day Essence, and it's all dried out. I tried to swatch this to use it the other day, and it was like a rock. This Stila Smudge Pot in Black Cat. Let's see. That still looks good. That's still a good shade. I'm going to keep that one. Alright, and then these L'Oreal Pressed Pigments. I love these so much. I really love this formulation a lot, so I'm going to keep all of these. Now I have these Benefit Cream Shadows here. And let's see. Oh, no, that one's all dried out. Let's see how these look. This one looks pretty good. Is this Party Suit? Oh, Get Figgy. Oh, I love this color. This one looks good. I'm going to keep that one. And then, oh no, that one's all dried out. Birthday Suit. Oh, this one still looks really pretty. Oh, good. I'm going to keep that one for sure too. Another one in Stiletto from Benefit. This was like my favorite color in the world like a couple years ago. So I'm going to keep that one. This is the Laura Mercier Metallic Cream Eye Color. You guys, this is freaking beautiful. It's like the most gorgeous color. I'm for sure keeping that. I love it. This NYX Cream Eyeshadow. I don't know if this is still good, but I don't use it. Nope. Nothing even came out. I don't use this Hydra Liquid Shadow, and it's really old, so I'm going to toss it. I'm not going to pass that along. This number 7 Stay Perfect Eye Mousse, I was hoping would be like the Laura Mercier one I just swatched. And it's pretty. It tends to crease a little bit, but I kind of want to give it another go because it's a pretty color. So I'm going to hold on to that one. And then I'm going to keep my MAC Paint and this Platinum Club CoverGirl Bombshell Shine Shadow. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, I'm keeping that for sure. That's gorgeous. Alright, this is my Origins Coffee Buzz. I'm keeping that. I love the Ginseng Eye Creams. I'm going to toss this. It's too dried out. This LA Splash, I don't like at all. It's like a glitter cream shadow. Definitely going to keep my MAC paint. These Michael Todd cream shadows I don't use at all. Like, I don't know if these have ever been used, so I'm going to get rid of those. See if they can find a good home. I love these Buxom cream shadows, so I'm definitely going to keep those. These are some more of the Michael Todd. Oops, sorry. This is a Michael Todd. This is a Tarte one that I don't use. I'm going to pass that along. This Model Zone yellow is, I've never used it, but maybe somebody will like it. Again, this is one of the LA Splash really, really old Hydra liquid eyeshadows, so I'm going to throw that one away. This Essence Stay All Day, I don't really use that, so I'm going to pass that along. And this Jouer eyeshadow, I don't use it. I'm going to pass that too. My MAC Black Ground Paint Pot, oh, it's all dried out. I'm going to toss that guy. This Buxom shadow I'm definitely keeping. I love the Buxom shadows. They're awesome. This is a Little Benefit one in the shade RCP. I don't really feel like I need to keep that. These are both e.l.f. Long Lasting Lustrous eyeshadows. I really like that formula a lot, so I'm going to keep both of those. And then this Steel Smudge Pot and Kitten, I feel like this should be dried out. Yeah, it is. You guys see there's like nothing. You can't pull anything. What's up here? These are e.l.f. cream eyeshadows. I'm going to get rid of those. I don't ever use those. And then this is a MAC single eyeshadow. That should not be in there. So I'm going to put that over here. Two more MAC paint pots, Dangerous Cuvée and Rubenesque. Keep both those. I love MAC paint pots. I think I'm going to keep some colors because I kept a lot of neutrals. So I'm going to get rid of the Bold Gold color. I'm going to keep these two blue shades. I'm going to get rid of this gold and what's this one called? Bad to the Bronze. This is like one of those, oh, it's all dried out. I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to get rid of this navy color and I want to keep these two and get rid of these two. Compared to what we kept, I would say it's probably a little bit less than half. Okay, welcome to single eyeshadow heaven here. Here we go. Let's just get a big chunk out of the way. These are my Origins single eyeshadows. I know some of these that I just don't use at all. This has never been used, Blue Moon. I won't use these. I've had them for so long. You know what? I'm not allowed to keep any of these. I have had these since I worked at Origins 4 years ago, and I'm just not allowed to keep something that I haven't used in 4 years. You guys, this Laura Mercier baked eyeshadow in Black Carrot is amazing. I love this dry or wet. It's like the most beautiful shadow ever. Such a pretty black gold. So that is for sure staying in my collection. These Too Faced Galaxy shadows I'm passing along. They're old. They're kind of like retro, but they've never been used. So if one of my sisters will take them, that will be great. Don't like these or Jordana eye colors, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass those along. This has never been opened from L'Oreal. I have all these Pixel shadows that I told you guys I didn't really like, so I'm going to toss all of those and see if one of my sisters will like them. Here's another Jordana one, another e.l.f. baked eyeshadow. Not a huge fan of those, so that is going to go in there. This Makeup Forever holographic powder is like the prettiest thing in the entire world, so I'm keeping that. I also really love this eyeshadow from Hot Makeup. I got this at IMATS 2 years ago. It's beautiful. It's kind of like just almost like a glitter, like a sheer glitter. Laura Mercier baked eyeshadow. I'm definitely going to keep that in here. Really love that. This Imani eyeshadow, never used. I'm going to toss that. Another Imani eyeshadow, or not Imani, Iman eyeshadow. These City Color single eyeshadows I don't like. The glitters have like a glitter overspray. It's not like real glitter, and I just never ever reach for them, and they're not good enough quality for me to depot. So I'm going to put those in here. I'm definitely keeping this MAC. It is the Sweet Heat Extra Eyeshadow, Extra Dimension. So these are so pretty. I'm going to keep that. Another e.l.f. baked eyeshadow that I won't use. This Milani one has never been used. This Milani one I love. I'm going to take the little brush out of here and I'll swatch it for you guys. It's super shimmery and glittery, and it's not like amazing, but I still really like it, so I want to keep that. I'm going to keep both my NYX really bright purple and pink color here. I got those at IMATS a couple years ago. This is the Laura Mercier African Violet eyeshadow, which I love as a single eyeshadow, so I'm going to keep that. This Stila Desert, I think my sisters would really like this. I don't reach for this little mini palette ever. If I'm going to need multiple colors, I'm going to reach for probably a regular palette, so I'm going to pass that along. I'm going to pass along this NYX palette and this Starlux palette. I don't use it nearly ever. This Topshop palette I bought a year ago and have literally used it one time just to swatch it. I didn't even use it on my eyes, so I'm going to get rid of that. This CoverGirl True Naked palette, wasn't a big fan. I'm going to get rid of that. Milani eyeshadow, I'm going to get rid of. This Dior 2 color, I never use. Maybe one of my sisters will use it. It's pretty, but it's actually never been touched. And it's really, like, it's been a long time, so I'm going to get rid of that. And this is my Givenchy, like, little eye highlight palette. I'm definitely keeping this, and I'm probably going to put it in my highlight drawer, actually. So I'm going to put that over there. This Jordana, a couple of these Jordana ones just aren't good. This is cream and this is powder, but I just don't really, I'm not a big fan. I'm going to pass those along. I am probably going to keep all of my NYX shadows. This is Jessie's Girl Baked Eyeshadow. I'm going to get rid of that. These NYX Single Eyeshadows I'm going to get rid of. I don't use these, and I think my sisters will really like them. They're the square eyeshadows. I like their newer formula a lot better. Those are a little bit more chalky, so since I'm going to keep all my newer formula ones like these, and this here, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of the square ones that I have. These Victoria's Secret eyeshadows, I don't know why I bought these. I've never used them, and when I swatched them, they were so chalky, so I didn't use the other one. So I'm going to get rid of that. This is MAC Dalliance eyeshadow. I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to keep my Marilyn Monroe MAC shadow too. These Urban Decay ones I have literally never used, but they're still pretty good. They're just their old formula. So I'm going to put those in here. Here's another Jordana one I'm going to toss. Here's a NYX one I'm going to keep, those two. Those colors are both really pretty. These e.l.f. eyeshadows I have like used once or twice maybe. So I'm going to get rid of those. Another Jordana in here, another Iman that I don't use. This is a color tattoo pigment that I'm going to keep. It's a blue one. It's really pretty. I'm going to get rid of this e.l.f. smudge pot. I'm going to keep my MAC eyeshadow and handwritten. I need to depot this. I want to depot a lot of these eyeshadows, but I really want to depot this one. I love this color, but I don't use it enough because I never reach for single eyeshadows, you guys. Theme of today's video, Abby doesn't really use single eyeshadow. Why do I have so many? This is the Endless Passion Pro Longwear eyeshadow. I'm going to keep that. From MAC, this Stila Little Trio I don't use, so I'm going to pass that along. e.l.f. Smudge Pot I'm going to pass. Here's another one of the NYX, like, square ones. This one looks pretty. I'm still going to pass it on. Okay, let's look at my Illamasqua powder shadows. You guys, I don't use these. I'm not keeping these. I don't use these eyeshadows. I don't see myself using them. So maybe somebody else can get some good use out of them. This Dior is like one of my favorite highlight shadows of all time. It's amazing, so I'm definitely keeping that. These e.l.f. palettes have never been used. I think I've touched them though. I think they've been swatched, but I've never actually used them on my eyes. No, that one's never been touched. And then this one hasn't either. I'm going to keep this palette, this matte palette. Let's see. These LA Splash, I'm going to get rid of all of them. They're all creams, and I'm not a fan of them at all, actually. I'm going to get rid of this CoverGirl one and this Jane that has never been opened. This Color Tattoo Pigment I'm definitely going to keep. And then I'm going to keep all of my Smashbox shadows and hopefully depot these and put them in a palette. I'm going to keep this Lorac one, and I'm going to give my sisters this Jane one. Pass that along. Another Color Tattoo Pigment I'm going to keep. Or it's like a mineral eyeshadow. This Milani palette, never ever will use, so I'm going to get rid of that. And then this is the Pop Goes the Shadow Premium Eyeshadow from Elizabeth Mott. I've never used it, but I'm going to keep it. These are like all of my high-end shadows, really. There's a little tinge here of lower end too, and some more interesting ones. So these Galaxy ones, like I said, I'm going to pass along from Too Faced. I'm also going to pass along all my L'Oreal little palettes. Color Molten, don't really like that formula, so I'm going to pass that along. These Urban Decay shadows, this is just an older formula, and they're still good. So I'm going to keep a few of these. I'm going to get rid of this one. So there's still Urban Decay always does really good shadows. So they're still really pretty colors. And I want to keep a few of those. There's this one too that I'm going to keep. It's like a really deep teal blue. Oh, I love it. Extreme Color. This is like it's from Tattoo. It's in hashtag. Okay, I just tossed a bunch of Janes in this donate drawer. I'm sorry if you guys missed it. I keep forgetting that my camera stops recording automatically when it hits like 15 minutes, I think, or 12 minutes, so I didn't catch that quite in time. This Urban Decay one, it's in Heist. I'm going to keep this one too. It's a really pretty matte color. Color Molten I'm going to toss in here. This Stila, I love this eyeshadow. I'm going to keep that guy. Here are a couple more Jane Cosmetics that I'm going to put in here. I'm going to get rid of this Baked City Color eyeshadow. I just don't like that one. This is a little Bare Essential. It's fairly light. Oh, is this a face powder? It's a foundation sample, so I'm going to give that to my sisters. I've never opened it. Going to get rid of my NYX Square Shadow, and here's some more Victoria's Secret that I'm going to toss in there too. Another Lorac I'm going to keep. This is MAC Swiss Chocolate, which I love and I desperately need to depot. So I use this more because it's one of the prettiest like reddish brown shades from MAC. It's gorgeous. I'm going to keep all of my MAC single eyeshadows. These palettes have never been used, so I'm going to get rid of those, as well as this Victoria's Secret one. I am going to keep this Total Intensity by Prestige. It's actually a super good shadow, and it's not a dupe for the Black Carrot by Laura Mercier, but it's really close, and I might do a video on that for you guys. It's a really pretty shade. I am going to keep this Lorac one. This Jouer Trio I never use, so I'm going to pass that along. This Dior Single is like one of the prettiest single eyeshadows. I love this shade. It's like a really pretty khaki color. So I'm going to keep that guy. I like this Blinkle. I got it in my Ipsy bag, and it's a really awesome rust shade, and it's like ultra metallic looking, so I'm going to keep that. And then these are all Lorac and Lancome. Rockin' Republic and Benefit. I'm going to toss both of these models own. So here's kind of the deal with these. I am planning on depotting all of these and actually putting them all in the same palette, along with the Urban Decay ones and the Smashbox ones, 1 or 2 palettes. These Rockin' Republic eyeshadows I bought on Hot Look like a couple years ago, and I don't know if it's still a makeup brand, but these are some of the best shadows in terms of quality that I have ever used. I mean, they are so good. The problem is that I never reach for them because the packaging is not good. You can't see any of the colors, and I don't remember all of the names of the colors. But these aren't chalky. They're the silkiest, smoothest eyeshadow formula. I think each of them were $5 or $6. They're so good. I absolutely love them to death. I just need to get more use out of them, so I'm going to plan to depot these. And I love these Lorac, like they're the dome shadows. Are they? Yeah, they're baked matte shadows. I love all those. I love my Lancome. I love my Benefit. I just want to get some more use out of them by depotting them. So I am going to keep all those. We still got rid of this huge thing of eyeshadow. We definitely succeeded here in terms of getting rid of half of what the collection was. I think it's more than half. I think we maybe kept a third of it. So I'm really proud of us with these single eyeshadows, you guys. So I'm going to go organize it, and I will show you the finished product. Here's the finished product, guys. Oh my gosh, it's so clean. Check that out. So these are the cream shadows, and it's got 1 row of the single eyeshadows. And then in the next drawer, it's all so organized and pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Oh, just have a couple loose ones here, and then just 1 row in this one. So we really pretty much condensed into 1 drawer, basically, is what I would say. So I'm going to be able to put so much more stuff in here. Yay!